Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for taking out your time and coming, especially Madam King. Thank you. And especially I'd like to thank all my friends and family members who gathered here tonight. And I appreciate it. You took out your time. And especially it's a very cold day today and everybody was working. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
A couple of things that I want to mention. God willing, you will be elected borough president of Brooklyn. I need a commitment from you once you're elected for my community. We need health care. Health care in the community, for especially my community, is not good enough. We need a better health care system, education, and racial equality, which is very important to us. There's a lot of racial profiling. I think that needs to stop. I need a commitment from you. Once you're elected, we're going to work on it. I know it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. We're willing to wait. We're willing to wait 1 year, 2 years, but this thing needs to be done. Most important thing that I like to discuss is very close to my heart. It will be Kashmir. Last 30 years, 100,000 people have been killed. 25,000 women been raped. UN promised us in 1947, but that promise never happened. Last 18 months, there's a curfew in Kashmir. India held Kashmir. Those people are in the biggest jail in the world, and nobody's doing anything about it. What I want you to do is get me a media access. Get me access to human rights organization in New York. So we all could highlight our agenda. I think that will be very important for me and for the Kashmiri people. That will be a great help for us if we could let the world know what those people are feeling, what they're doing, how they're living. Once you're elected as a borough president of Brooklyn, I want you to declare 1 day a year as a Kashmir Day. I think that will lift the spirit of the Kashmiri around the world. So 1 day out of a year, we need a Kashmir Day. Also, I need your help. We're going to help you, but we need return too.
Yes.
We've been burned by a lot of politicians, fake promises, never kept. We need a culture center or community center, Kashmiri Community Center. I'm sure the borough president, Brooklyn Borough Hall has the money to spend. I want to create a culture center in Brooklyn where where Kashmiri people could go and they could sit down and they could talk, they could invite politicians and discuss what they're going through back home. We need a platform. We need a place to start. If you could do it now to get me access to Human Rights Council, Human Rights Organization in the United States, I think that will be helpful. If you could get us access to inside United Nations, I'm sure you could. I'll really appreciate it if you could do that for us. And once again, thank you very much. I want to take the time. Thank you for coming. And God willing, you will be elected, and we want to be your team, and we want to be part of you. Oh, I forgot to mention one more thing. I need 2 people from my community to be part of the campaign.
But I'm telling you, the campaign is gonna, once you raise the money, 2.8 million. You got to spend the peanuts.
Yeah, but I want 2 people to be in. I need a commitment that we need 2 people from our community to be in a campaign and be part of it. And whatever money you're going to get, we want to be part of it because we're going to work for it and we need part of that money, $2 million.
That's what I'm trying to say. I will have a large budget I need employees.
Yeah.
You know, so consultants. So we are gonna sit down. You're gonna tell
Yeah,
me.
they have to
what-
be labeled as consultant.
Yeah, consultant,
No,
so
you
we
talk
need
with me. We don't take
yeah.
care. That's why I'm here, because I'm looking for people. Any community has to have their own people in it. We have to get petitions. We have to get this done. We'll talk. You're gonna tell me who's gonna come on? More than two. I need more than two.
No, I want at least two, but if it's more, that'd be nice, and
No,
I'll
petition, we need more
appreciate
than
it.
two. I'll tell you what we do and when we, you know.
Yeah, we're going to sit down and talk.
Yes.
Okay, thank
Outside
you.
of this meeting, we'll talk.
So let me ask the question here, because like I said, I'm straight. You know, brother, I asked Brother Khan to set this meeting up. He committed to it. He did it. He got it done. I don't play. I'm not a politic player. You know, when I say something, I mean it. If it ain't true, if it ain't gonna happen, then I'm not gonna say it. So whatever it takes for us to get you on board, along with your two people, that conversation has to take place and start with you, because the person who handles all the business right now is Ms. King. And unfortunately, right, some things cannot be just talked about with 20 people at a table. So if everybody agrees, Brother Khan can represent the group. Is that okay?
Yes.
So Brother Khan will represent the group, and then Brother Khan will make the decision on who the two people is, because the bottom line is this. That's why I said earlier that every dollar has to be spent. We don't have, listen, one thing we did not do, and I have to thank Ms. King for that, is we did not take a lot of people in. I brought her a lot of people that I want her to put on, and she said no. Right? And I'm glad she said no, because I would have had contract with these people, and these people, you know, I mean, people who I know for 30, 40 years, who I thought would get on board with me because I know them for 30 years, but it's not always the people you know for 30 or 40 years that want to see you grow. Okay? So, she's a business person. She's done this stuff over and over and over again. And the people that have worked for her, including that gentleman right there, Ms. King, when she keeps a commitment, she takes care of people. Okay? He could, 20 years. 20 years he never raised a dollar. But he got a lot of money out. But he loves her like a sister, and they're very close, and he's got her back. And now they got my back. And I'm so glad that they're in my corner, because, you know, they're not, you know, it's good to have people that are not too political, that got your back, because you don't have to worry about them kind of like selling you out to the highest bidder. You know, they're like regular, ordinary people, but they know the system. And like I said, she did a miracle in 2 months. You know, she raised that kind of money. Imagine what she would have done if she had started out with me, with like everybody else 2 years ago, announcing my candidacy. I would have been off and running, brother. But I want, like I told Khan, I begged him. I said, brother, I kept going to the store, right? I said, brother, come on. I want you to, listen, I can't make $1. But I need you to come and work for me. Come work for me, brother, so I can get some money in your pocket. Come, please, man, come work for me. And then eventually, you know, he told me the story about working with other people. And he said, listen, I got some people that I know they'll help you, but, you know, I'll set up a meeting, and, you know, you come and talk to them. He said, you know, but we you know, a lot of people have come through. We've helped people financially, and people, you know, they don't take what bothers us and what we love most. Nobody won't say it. Nobody won't say it. So I know what it's like about racial profiling, right? You can tell, right? If you look at me, you can tell I know what racial.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. First of all, I'm really thank you. We all of them, we all community, we support you, and community need the help. And basic issue is the Kashmir. We want the freedom from all country. Sit on the Kashmir. is 3 countries, India, Pakistan and China.
He knows it well.
Yeah, and we want the freedom. Only we need to talk to the different parties. We want to talk to the different people, and we want to involve in the media also to talk to them. And we want the only freedom. Thank you so much.
My sister is the ambassador from my country in the United Nations. So if there is a way that we can cooperate and to get some kind of inlet, we will do that.
Yeah, this is the way.
Okay.
That's what we want, because the problem is.
There we go.
We are no
So
platform.
we have to organize. I need to come to your meetings and get, I'm sorry.
Thank you. I don't want to take long because everybody hungry here. My name is Mr. Mukhtar Hamid. I belong to Kashmir. We are everybody from Kashmir. So thank you, Mr. Anthony and Ken and the campaign manager.
English.
One of the things I just like to mention, you need a word and support from all corners. It doesn't matter Pakistani, Bangladesh, Indian community is as much. So we care about you first, and then after we want we need support from you. The reason I just want to explain you a little bit. Whenever you get chance, and you know that you have to talk about Kashmir, I don't want you to lose your community and your vote or your supporter from Indian, from other way. First, 3 things you can mention: stop genocide in Kashmir, stop violence in Kashmir, which is a minority. It doesn't matter, there's a minority, there's a Christian, and also there's a Muslim people, and there's Sikh Sardar tribal people. So I want you, this is the first time I met any politician in a local, and I never, because we all immigrant, we came from different country here, and first when you come any other, you will go there, you need to adjust to yourself. You have a lot of challenge, and you don't know what is politician. You have to work day and night to survive yourself and feed your baby and children. And Mr. Major just say, we have a lot of things on back home. We need the family looking sport. We send the barrel. And in Guyana, my wife is from Guyana. See? Every year I send the barrel, big barrel, put all things. Oh, okay.
I run against Bono.
Yeah. So it's things. I'm here since I got citizenship, and whenever elections come, close to when we go to polling station, we just follow the car. We never see that who's in the bottom. We see the Hillary Clinton, it's Joe Biden. But it's challenge for you to, once you elect from Democrat Party, and after that, this is not that 20 people. There's 1,000 people behind them. Mr. Khan know that. That's why this is COVID-19, we don't make two gathering, otherwise I show you strength. We have more than 3,000 families living in Brooklyn, which is from the Kashmir. And we have a support from Pakistani brother too. We have a support from Bangladesh too. Once you elect from Democrat, after that we make easy your commitment 100% with you. You will be elected and you will be borough president after the Brooklyn. So we have a lot of different groups, social media. We can put your name there. And we don't need to go anybody home. They will follow us, they will follow the Mr. Khan.
That's what's going to happen.
Okay? But the challenge is, you ask the support. 50,000, we will promise you that we will help you to get this target. And after that, I hope you will elect. And whenever Mr. Khan he told you to do 2 people from our community,
I need more than 2. I will take more.
one of us either 2 or more, but that doesn't make too much difference with us. We want a difference. Occupied from Pakistan, occupied from China, occupied from India. You have a big talent. So there's a lot of big challenge fight with India and China. Pakistan is always our support. He's a brother, Muslim brother. We are Muslim, so we're not worried about the Pakistan too much. But India is doing a lot of wrong things. Which one? He told you 25%, more than that. 80 years old woman get raped. Children. Now, since the last August, last year August, once they put some different kind of law, Mr. Modi there. So after that, there's a 20,000 young student they put in behind a bar, behind the jail. And now they are getting different kind of punishments. You don't know, maybe they're cutting different part of body. And some of them, the parents don't know the children where are they. So I want you to take care of yourself. I don't want you to fully commit with us and lose your vote, because you need all the corner. You need the Bangladesh, you need the Pakistani, you need Indian people also. You need raise your voice against the violence. This is the truth. And all Indians who live here, you can tell them, I'm not against India. I'm against they doing the violence. This is just the way you live in this country. You should leave everybody in the back there, your country. You should support with the who get punishment and getting suffering with a different kind of the government is doing whatever they want. There's a rule for one people. They're ruling the Prime Minister of India. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you. And we will hope to see you again. And whatever Mr. Khan commitment, we will stand everybody with him.
I will be,
okay. Thank you so much.
I will be coming to your meetings. That's number one. I will attend your meetings, but what I need to tell, there's a secret I can tell you. It does not take a lot of votes to win. The number of votes that you guys control.
My name is David Hussain. I just like to thanks for coming here. And I don't need to explain anything because Mr. Khan and Mr. Ahmad have explained you what we are and what we want. But the one thing I want to make sure, like we are well trained, hand of the politician back in our country. And we know who make a fake promise, who is make a true promise. So I like to thank the way you talk, and hope I will keep our promise, and hope you will do the same. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Raja Tariq. Mr. Khan explained everything. Mr. Raja explained everything, and we are here. We are not just like these people. Brooklyn, especially, I talk about Kashmir people, families, maybe about 5,000, 3,000 families. Each family, some vote four number, some 6 number like vote. So we are behind Mr. Khan, and with you, whatever, we support you, we promise. So thank you.
One of the things that I thought about listening here is, which is very important, is that once we take over Borough Hall, we'll work on a delegation to Kashmir.
Yeah, we're gonna go, yes.
And we'll get other elected officials in Brooklyn, and not just Brooklyn. My son is a council member in Cleveland, Ohio, and he's running for mayor. we can connect with other elected officials around the country.
Yeah, and
And
make
then
it
we can
a
do a
division.
fact finding
There you go.
and take a delegation to Kashmir to investigate what's going on in Kashmir so that could bring world attention. Just like we did with James Davis, when we did it with Zimbabwe, when they were talking about all the stuff that was going on with President Mugabe, Congress people, city council people, state assembly people, and I went with them. And we all went to Zimbabwe. We sat in a room, we met with President Mugabe, and he talked about the different things that were going on in Zimbabwe, and that was all over the country. So one of the ways we highlight of what's going on in Kashmir, once we win the borough presidency, we organize a delegation organized by the borough president, and then my elected officials, and we take a delegation there.
And one thing,
So much
Thank you, brother.
for being here today. We really appreciate for your important time.
Thank you.
Thank you for
And your
us.
time, yeah.
As sorry,
um,
as Brother Khan told you about Kashmir and what we want right now, what we want to do in Hat. As soon you're gonna be borough president of Brooklyn, which is gonna be happening, inshallah. We all with you. We just need a platform for Kashmiri community where we can stand up. We can let people know what we want and what's going on in Kashmir.
Yeah.
Basic right now, if people look like American peoples, as any other communities, the Kashmiri community in back homes, those are terrorists on their eyes. So who's the terrorist? A little kid who try to defend their family, who try to protect their families. There aren't any weapons, there ain't anything else. They just try to protect their families. But what they're showing to the world that they are terrorists. No, they're not. Once again, we have a lot of other communities. We don't have enough space, and we have enough place where we can feed everyone
Yes, sir.
during this COVID. And we will do, inshallah, as in next few months or in couple of weeks, we're gonna try to rent something bigger than this.
Okay.
That's only our you can say not even a penny
Yes.
of our community. We have big community in here, we support you, inshallah.
Thank you.
And you're gonna be- Thank you so much.